focus on maintaining budgets, cash flow, audit, insurance, taxes, liability, equipment, facilities, and all that stuff. I mean, that's a day-to-day job. However, I feel it's also important to focus on growth and enhancements for the club. We need to continuously look for ways to change processes, improve efficiency, and improve the appearance of the club, not only to maintain the current members, but to attract new members and to attract guests who generate revenue through transients and whatever. So I think it's continued to do that. While maintaining focus on operations last year, we made a number of improvements as a club over the year. I'm just going to hit a couple of the highlights. I mean, obviously, we redid the east wall over here within the kitchen countertops and whatever to keep the place more usable and more presentable. We invested in new electronics in the clubhouse to facilitate the events with the TV and the electronic equipment so that we've got better equipment there. We designed it, installed a railing around the northeast shelter over there that is not only functional, but is very impressive and very nice looking. Dresses up the area while providing a secure environment. I think it's something we probably need to look at, maybe expanding to more of the club to do the same kind of thing. We performed an audit of the books, which hadn't been done for years. Highlighted a number of areas that need improvement and tighter security. We did a survey to gain member feedback on from a broader set of the members than typically come to all the events, so we get feedback from a lot of the people. We had good participation, over 100 and some members participated in that and provided some feedback that the board has taken into consideration and done a lot of stuff with. We did things like establish manager roles this year in the club for various areas of the business to put eyes and ears out there so that for better responsiveness, to look for things, to be more responsive to the needs of the members, to try to resolve things quicker, to get things done. I think it was a good start, I think, this year. I think it worked very well. I think, it could go further, but I think it did very well with the managers. They did a great job this year. We changed the procedures and more efficient use of the fuel dock along with certification so that the people that are out there running the fuel dock understand how to handle an emergency situation so that, if something happens, God forbid, but if it did, at least they have some idea what to do. We updated the Wi-Fi, we're updating the computer system right now with new software and to get that up to speed. And we're putting a database in place so that we can, right now, not everything, but most of the things around the club are on a whole series of spreadsheets that are individually owned, whether it's security access to the gate or whether it's the points or whatever. And so we're trying to build a database and put that all together so that we can better control communications and things around the club. Speaking of projects and efficiency, I'd like to recognize another individual for creative, strategic, and thinking out of the box. It's this kind of thinking that we need, I think, to look for more effective ways to run the club. This person recommended that we improve our transient process by expanding to more clubs and moving to a second day free. So now it's ensured a minimum revenue from every transient to come in, less hopping from club to club, where people would come in for one night, go to another club, and come back the next night. And attracted more visitors. And even with the bad weather that we had last summer that wasn't the greatest, we met our budget on transients, and we brought in $9,000 or $10,000 in transient revenue, and expanded that and brought that in, so that was great. The person recommended and led our new members from the recruiting process to bring new members into the club, sponsored and held an open house and kicked off an open house to bring new members into the club. He recommended that we had a bunch of people waiting for 40-foot slips. That was not trouble filling 40-foot slips around here, which we don't have. And so this person also recommended, an out-of-the-box or a new way to fund and charge the initiation fee for those new members coming in. And did that. So with that, for the creative thinking out of the box, I want to present Jim Willett with a Commodore's Award. So when you see Jim, please congratulate him. All right. Good choice. Nice choice. We've got a real nice plaque here for Jim. So finally, in this spring, we're going to finish up a couple more projects. There's a couple things on the slate yet that we've designed, approved, and got the funding for, and you're probably all aware, I've said it a few times, but we're going to do a new awning on the west shelter for the picnics and stuff, and we're going to redo the Orr house out here. We're going to spruce it up and expand it, add a new roof, and make more storage and whatever in there. So those two projects will start this spring, and we're going to finish those up in the spring. So with that, I would like to thank, first of all, my wife Gloria for all her support. Absolutely. chairs, and members who hosted events. I mean, guys, I couldn't have done it without all you people. And all the people who provided me guidance and supported me as a Commodore. And at this time, I'd like to dissolve all my committees and chairs as I move out of Commodoship here, and I'll turn the Master of Ceremonies over to Dave Runser. Before that, I just want to say one last quick thing. I want to thank Pete Barron for the CPYC for putting this together. I want to thank Dave Runser for being our Master of Ceremonies tonight. So with that, I'll turn it back over to Dave, and you can. Thank you.
Well, moving right along, we'll get to the swearing in ceremony. The first one we'll do is the junior Commodore. Y'all know that. He's been here since about this tall. Yeah. So, raise your right hand and repeat after me. I,
Matthew Sanfilippo,
do solemnly promise that I will serve Commodore Perry Yacht Club
do solemnly promise that I will serve Commodore Perry Yacht Club
faithfully and to the best of my ability.
faithfully and to the best of my ability.
I will assist my superior officers in conducting the affairs of the club
I will assist my superior officers in conducting the affairs of the club
in a dignified and efficient manner.
in a dignified and efficient manner.
I will be ready to take the place of the Vice Commodore and the Commodore
I will be ready to take the place of the Vice Commodore and Commodore
in their absence to conduct the business of the club.
in their absence to conduct the business of the club.
I will enforce the club's bylaws and rules.
I will enforce the club's bylaws and rules.
I will maintain order and discipline at the club and on all fleet cruises
I will maintain order and discipline at the club and on all fleet cruises
while underway and at rendezvous.
while underway and at rendezvous.
And I will always strive to justify the membership's confidence in me.
And I will always strive to justify the membership's confidence in me.
Congratulations.
Thank you very much.
This needs no introduction as well. Yes. Here goes. Number 2, Lee Anderson. Wow, this is going to happen. See
I, Davey Anderson,
do solemnly promise
do solemnly promise
that I will serve Commodore Perry Yacht Club
that I will serve Commodore Perry Yacht Club
faithfully and to the best of my ability.
faithfully and to the best of my ability.
As Commodore, I will always keep in mind
As Commodore, I will always keep in mind
the best interests of the organization.
the best interests of the organization.
I will conduct our meetings in a dignified, impartial manner,
I will conduct our meetings in a dignified and impartial manner,
striving to uphold the standards of the club and improving them as the need and opportunity arises.
Short-term memory is going.
It was a lot all at once.
It's
a lot to remember.
An opportunity arises.
Well, maybe he
I
doesn't
will
mean it.
accept the responsibility of seeing that my officers and committeemen carry out their designated assignments.
I will accept the responsibility of seeing that my officers and committeemen carry out their design assignments.
And I will always give careful consideration to the desires of the members,
And I will always give careful consideration to the desires of the members,
provided they are not in conflict with the bylaws of this club.
provided they are not in conflict with the bylaws of this club.
Congratulations.
Now, it's my turn. Absolutely. I solemnly promise
do solemnly promise
that I will serve Commodore Perry Yacht Club faithfully
that I will serve Commodore Perry Yacht Club faithfully
and to the best of my ability.
and to the best of my ability.
I will be ever mindful of the best interests of the club.
I will be ever mindful of the best interests of the club.
I will assist the Commodore in conducting all meetings
I will assist the Commodore in conducting all meetings
and will be prepared to substitute for him in his absence.
and will be prepared to substitute for him in his absence.
I will assist the Commodore in supervising the work of officers and committeemen.
I will assist the Commodore in supervising the work of officers and committeemen.
I will keep in close touch with the members to better understand their wishes.
I will keep in close touch with the members to better understand their wishes.
And I will strive to justify the confidence of the memberships in me.
And I will strive to justify the confidence of the members in me. At this time, the new Commodore has something to say to us.
If I can find it.
Cheaters.
Thank you, Dave. Next to be our second three-time Commodore. I look forward to working with you. Your knowledge, experience, and insight of the club is invaluable. Congratulations on a job well done, Rick. A great productive year.
Thank
Carla, thank you for indulging me again. Matt, it is so cool to see the next generation step up to the plate. We have a great, diverse board of directors, and I look forward to working with you. I welcome back all the committee heads, and I anticipate a great voting year, if the lake ever thaws. There won't be a lot of changes this year. Some improvements and upkeep of our infrastructure, some things we will tweak, others I know enough not to mess with. Thank you for your trust in me for a second time. Pete, thank you and your assistant for another great party. Well done. Folks, enjoy, and here's to Commodore Perry's 42nd year. Gloria, I think Carla has something for you.
I do? Oh, I'm sorry. As the sisters all know, behind every good man, there is a great woman. And on behalf of the membership, we want to thank Gloria for her patience and all she contributed during the past year. Good job. All right.
Folks, enjoy. Have fun. Thank you for coming tonight.
And with that, I think the dinner should be ready. If we want